Welcome to Good Business Today. I'm Whitney Fitzsimmons. There's been a lot of talk about technology, but what does it really mean and why is it so important to companies? Well, to find out more, I have Kumar Parakala with me, who served as the National Leader for Digital Consulting for KPMG. He's now advising major companies on how to take advantage of this new opportunity, and he joins me now. Kumar Parakala, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Whitney. I'm very happy to be here.
So what is digital disruption?
Whitney, digital disruption in relation to digital is often used in a positive context. So the digital forces, social media, mobility, cloud and analytics, they are bringing in a profound change in the way businesses are operating. A completely new paradigm is evolving as far as business operations is concerned.
So why is it called disruption, and who came up with that concept?
The word disruption was introduced by a Harvard professor by the name of Clayton Christensen. And he was the first to bring these two terms of innovation and disruption together. We have all embraced the word disruption. Some of the skeptics don't believe that that is the right word. They believe it's just innovation. But if you look at the profound ways in which digital technologies are reshaping fundamentally the way the businesses operate, then I have got no doubt in my mind it is disruption.
So why should digital transformation be an urgent priority for companies and industry?
Whitney, it is a change that is sweeping every single industry. As we are aware of, a number of industries are actually feeling threatened because there are new competitors who are entering that industry and they are using digital means. So to give you some statistics, BCG has claimed that there are 3 billion internet users as we speak today. And IBM has said that we would have close to 1 trillion gadgets that will be used to work on the internet-related solutions. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, something that we were not aware of almost a decade back, we have got 250 million iPad users, and that does not take into consideration the iPhones that have all, we are so dependent upon.
Mm. Or the iWatch.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are all new things that are happening around us. And as a matter of fact, Amazon, Google, and Facebook have got in excess of 1 billion customers. So there is a huge change that is happening around us, and that is going to impact our lives and the way we are going to work and the way we're going to live. Therefore, it's very, very important for us to focus on digital and understand how we can leverage it by being very proactive.
As you say, it's a huge change that's happening across the board, but what specific industries do you see as being the most, affected by this kind of disruption?
There is disruption happening in almost industries. The industries that are going through immediate change are financial services, retail, publishing, and the industries that are expected to go through significant change in the next 3 years are industries such as professional services, healthcare, education, government services, huge impact. And long term, that is beyond 3 years, where there's going to be a significant impact with manufacturing and mining.
So in terms of, digital disruption and in relation to companies, who's responsible for that, for taking that on for that journey?
I think the responsibility of understanding what opportunities digital brings and what risks it creates for a business is solely in the hands of the board. It's not the executive, it's not the IT director, it's not the CIO. It is almost like a new competitor entering the marketplace. So digital allows boards to evaluate whether they can get into new markets, whether they can have new solutions, whether they can compete with their competitors in a different way, whether they can change the business direction. When digital has the potential of determining the destiny of a company, and therefore I believe to manage the digital agenda is ultimately the responsibility of the board. The boards and the CEO need to ask some very important questions in relation to digital disruption. What are the digital technologies that are entering the industry, and how digital innovations are impacting businesses such as theirs? The second question they need to ask is, how can they serve their customers better leveraging digital solutions? They need to also ask, how is the customer behavior changing? So for example, in retail, we may not like to go to supermarkets anymore. We may, if we don't feel like, we can order all of those goods from home using iPad and iPhone and other things. It's already happening. So the consumer behavior is changing. They need to be cognizant of that. They also need to understand what innovation culture they have within the organization. So especially in large organizations and listed companies, they need to make sure that they have the right innovation culture to drive growth and leverage digital solutions, digital technologies to fulfill their organizational objectives. And last but not least, they also need to be vigilant that they are protecting their digital assets against any threats like cyber attacks and cyber warfare and those sorts of things. So these are 4 or 5 things which I would suggest the boards consider in relation to digital disruption.
Kumar, Parakala, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.